Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 47 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series of Age of Engineering. I am cooking up more hardened stone structure blocks. I'm about to solve a few problems, just a few, related to some power. We're not going to have power problems for much longer, because I have finally reached the point whereupon I have enough resources for a lot of stuff. So that's cool. I have been doing okay with power for the last few episodes. The solar panel thing that I've got in my area in the mining dimension age has been working out just fine. Not a problem. This thing has been helping to supplement / augment my power. However, between episodes, I've been struggling a little bit because if this thing is on and my Enderman farm is on and I try to empower some stuff like a diamantine block or something, right? Like, so if I did, let's say I wanted a diamantine block empowered version next start, that'll take a moment or two to get started probably. All kinds of power starts going all over the place and it gets a little rough. So with that said, I decided it's time to upgrade our solar panel to a tier 3 in the mining dimension. So that's what we're going to do probably right now, as soon as a few more things finish. So this thing is, struggling to maintain its power. This thing is, chewing up now. Yeah, and our power situation is around negative 3,000 R for tick. So pretty much like we're right on the edge of like comfortable and uncomfortable power gen. And like I said, the fuel thing has been doing okay, right? Once that kicks on, we're usually like in a little bit of a better place. I even upgraded it, I think, between episodes. So we've got 9 turbines in there now. So it's doing fine. But it occurred to me, it shouldn't be too hard to get more solar panels. So I auto-crafted them off camera. 28 is what I need. And then we're also going to need 2 more. Let's see, this is a block of gold. So 2 more solar. So I've got 1 Impalus Crystallis, 2 Impalus Crystallis, and then this is a lapis block. I'm having like a little weird issue with chisel, by the way, and I'm trying to figure it out. Let me check something. Marble. Now are my chisel blocks rendering again? They are. Interesting. I don't know if you guys have run into this, but every now and then, like any block from chisel stops rendering. It seems like if you place it in the world and break it, it fixes. So that's cool. At least there's a workaround. Cool. So if I want a solar panel tier 3, which is this dude, we're going to need a couple stabilized ender pearls, which means a couple more end diamonds. So let's get, I think we've got 1 end diamond in there. Yeah, so we're going to need 3 more. So we're going to need 3 blaze rods, or 3 sets of 2 blaze rods, that is. And then 3 of you guys in my flawless calculator. Boom, boom, and boom. Fire diamonds times 3, which cook up in this dude. He's just chilling up here with about 7 million RF inside of him. Actually has a pretty large internal capacitor, it looks like. Oh, I also worked on a couple other things between episodes, and I'm going to show you guys in a moment. Cool. Obsidian. We're going to want 3 obsidian. I don't know why I only grabbed 1. Cool. And then I can make these guys. Boom. Times 4. Nice. So then the only thing that I'm missing is 1 more solar panel Mark II, which is in the mining age. Right. The other thing that we're going to need is structure bar blocks. We've got 8 tier 2s. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, that's nice. Beautiful. So we've got structure block mark tier 2s. That's good. They will be able to be upgraded to tier 3s. Structure tier 3s doesn't look like the recipe has changed. Like tier 1 and tier 2. Like, tier 2 especially has, like, vibrant alloy and Mastonia crystals. Tier 1 has electrical steel. Those are changed recipes. This is the regular recipe, just an ender pearl. So in total, to upgrade from a tier 2, needs 24 structure blocks, becomes 32, so 8 more, which is, exactly what I got. Solar array, 25 solar cells becomes 49 solar cells, so 24 more, exactly what I got. And then I need 4 more modifier cores, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I made everything I need for that. 4 more. Perfect. Cool. I also have a speed modifier, by the way, because I want to speed up. Part of the reason I'm doing this is I want to speed up even more my resource production. And as you add speed modifiers, it seems like it almost doubles the RF usage of this thing. So right now it's using right around 2,800-ish, 2,500-ish, and it bumps it up to close to 5,000 RF a tick to bump that guy up to another speed level. And we have 2 upgrades available on that thing. So let's go clear out our solar panel that's in this dimension. Now, the only other trick is this solar panel is going to be producing more than 5,000 RF a tick, which is the limit of our solar cell's ability to do things, which is a bummer. Don't worry, as Direwolf usually does, I have a plan. And it involves, I mean, a touch, a minor, little tiny bit, not even worth mentioning, small amount of cheese. There's like a tiny bit of cheddar going on in what I'm about to do. But it's okay, because this pack is hard enough, and I feel like if you can cheese it, you should cheese it. It's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so clearing out all this stuff. So now all we should have to do is go back to our base, upgrade all the hardened structure blocks to tier 3, and we should be cool. So we should have something like 32 hardened structure blocks and 49 solar cells. Good and good. Let's pop home. Couple things to do while we're here. I'm going to upgrade this to a tier 3. Cool. And we're going to upgrade these guys to be tier 3s. Boom, 32 of them. Nice. Cool. Back. Oh, you know what else we're going to need? Is our environmental tech wand. Sweet. And hopefully I brought something that I need with me. I didn't. Conduits, conduits, conduits. Hello, conduits. The aforementioned cheddar. So what I'm going to do is stick that dude there. And hopefully I've got everything I need. You were not supposed to be a speed, but that's okay. I'll replace you in a sec. Dun 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 dun. Hey, where'd my modifier blocks go? Well, there's a problem. Modifier blocks, did you accidentally pop into here? I told you every now and then, like, things just randomly show up inside this system, and I didn't mean to. Yep, 8 of them right there. I'm gonna put the speed modifier away so that it doesn't use it. Multi-block assembly complete. Dun 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 dun. We're producing a lot of RF with this, by the way. It's a lot. It's a real lot. But he can only output 5,000 RF a tick, right? That's a problem. Nope. Cheese time. 5,000 RF per tick per side. So this guy, according to the book, produces somewhere around 15,680 RF per tick. Way better than the previous 4,000 RF a tick that the tier 2 did. So 15,000 RF a tick should have no problem going into this dude. If we teleport home now, and hopefully you are getting lowish on power, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to make sure all sides are set to output energy. And it should be as simple as doing this and this. And now we should see a plus huge amount of RF per tick. Nice. That is cool. Look at that. Nice. So, a little bit of cheese, not gonna lie. Just a tiny smidgen, as it were. But, you know, it's totally cool. I also considered throwing these guys. I made 2 more to see if making 2 more power cells would increase the input-output. It doesn't. The only way to increase the input-output per side is, unfortunately, to infuse it. And let's talk about infusion, okay? So there's power cells. There is the Mark III, the advanced power cell. I don't know what his input-output is, because I don't have one. But in order to make one requires infused diamonds, which needs dimensional shards, which you can only find in RF Tools Dimensions. Or you could infuse it in the infusing machine. Infuser? Is that what it's called? Yeah, machine infuser, which requires dimensional shards. So to get dimensional shards, we'd have to go to an RF Tools dimension, which would require a dimensional builder, which is a smidgen expensive. Just a little bit expensive. I don't even know what that is, but it's from Mechanism, and we don't have access to Mechanism yet. These things don't look so bad. This, I believe, helium plasma requires a fusion reactor. Probably not something we're doing anytime soon. I mean, maybe, but not immediately in the future. But long story short, 5,000 RF per tick per side. Nice. So, yeah, that's not bad. So we should have like a really good amount of power going on right now. Like really good. In fact, let me get more octadix. Times 4. I wouldn't mind. Vibrant capacitor needs a vibrant crystal. We'll make an extra one of those. And 4 electrical steel. And while all that's cooking up, because it'll be a few minutes, as you can see down here, lots and lots of crafting going on. Mostly all focused around this thing. This is kind of a bottleneck in my crafting, and I have to think about how I'm going to speed that up. At some point I probably will. But hey, guess what I did? I hooked up all my machines in my industrial craft room and rearranged it a little bit, fancied it up, and hooked most of them up to interfaces from Applied Energistics. So most things can auto-craft in Applied Energistics now. And you can see I started populating these. So like this one doesn't have anything in it, but this one I taught it how to make tiny piles of lithium dust, which remember we need for lithium for infusing stuff. This creates dense iron plates. These guys create plates. These guys create wires and fuel rods. This guy creates lapis dust so that I can create overclockers. I have an interface outside here on the wall that creates that stuff. This guy is not hooked up, the extractor, to any kind of anything except just to dump stuff. One trick that's like super awesome and cool with IC2 is if you build the ejector upgrade, it'll automatically output to a specific side. Note that it's automatically outputting to the east side. Haha. So when you auto-craft, the interface puts the items in here, and then it auto-outputs the stuff back into the interface, which sorts it into the system for you. So there's no need to pipe the items out. It'll automatically take care of it. Pretty spiffy, huh? So yeah, the other thing I did between episodes was process quite a bit of titanium. There we go. Cool. Let's put this stuff away. I've just been like putting all this stuff away. I don't know what any of it does. Nor am I particularly interested in carrying. So, cool. And those tiny piles of lithium dust can go away. Sweet. I like it. I haven't doing much with chrome, because I don't know which one of these I need. I've just been occasionally dropping stuff in there. And that's about it. Like, I haven't been really paying a lot of attention. So let's see. Did you make your vibrant alloy for me yet? No, you're still crafting. Like I said, this thing's kind of a bottleneck. Takes them a long time to craft all the things. So you're done, and you're making 4 electrical steel for me. Okay. This into here, this into here, this into here, and now you should be close to making an octadic or a vibrant capacitor bank. Cool. 2 more electrical steel, and then we'll be good to go. I just wanted to bump up the power storage from 25 million to 50 million, just to kind of see everything behaving itself. So if I pop this dude here, we should see a pretty large net gain. Plus 12,000, not bad. So we're producing around 15,000 in the solar panels, and we're using around 3,000 or 4,000 in the base. So that is pretty awesome. Is this thing even turned on? Oh. But that is super cool. I like it. Neat. Yeah, he's pumping out RF. Look at that. Cool. Not even as much as he can. I think we're overloading these. We're not overloading the input, but we might be getting close to overloading the energy conduiting here. Because this is what, 20,000? Yeah. Cool. That is kind of funny. Nice. All right, so hey, we've got lots of power. Power has suddenly ceased to be a problem for me. I also hooked up an interface over here, by the way, that teaches it how to make fuel rods of uranium. Neat. At some point, I might export uranium into this macerator and import into here. We'll see. We'll see. Things and stuff. So today, let's start looking at... So that's kind of like a recap of some things that I worked on last episode. It's just, like I said, I would be doing more of this. Like, you've seen me hook up interfaces to machines before. You didn't need to see that on camera again, I assumed. So, yeah, just some, you know, little things. Got some wiring going on over here. This wire is maxed out, by the way. 8 channels heading off to my IC2 room. So if I want to add anything to the industrial craft area, I'm going to have to do a P2P channel thing, but we'll get to that. For now, why is my hunger down? Let's do nutrition module. Yay, okay, cool. So let's look at Age of Engineering, right? So we got into the technical age, right? So later on, we decided last episode we weren't going to look too much about some of this other stuff that we have to worry about. For now, I'm going to look at the space age. The goal of this age is to get 4 new ores you need to progress. Mercury, tantalum, zirconium, and cadmium. I'm not going to lie, this is the first time I'm reading this. So I didn't read this ahead of time. I don't know what I'm getting into. You need to build a rocket. A rocket can be of any shape and made of many blocks. We already checked those out in the Invasion series of Pahimar, right? It needs liquid fuel tanks and liquid fuel engines, a guidance computer, and a seat. The rocket needs to be placed on a square or rectangular launch pad, and a structured tower blocks must be placed touching one side of the launch pad, going up at least as high as the rocket. You also need a rocket assembling machine placed on one side of the launch pad, but not touching it. You can scan the rocket, and it tells you if you have enough tanks and engines. If yes, you can click on Build, and the rocket forms. Sneak right-clicking the rocket should give you the option to choose the destination in the guidance computer with a planet ID chip in its inventory, and right-clicking should put you in the seat. Cool. To fuel your rocket, though, you need a lot of multi-blocks. The holo projector should aid you in building these. Sneak right-click. So we know how to use the holo projector, but we'll review that in a little bit. The holo projector is actually a really nice way for building multi-blocks. I like it. Nice. So we're going to need all kinds of stuff. We're also going to need a spacesuit with some oxygen in it. Your first destination is the moon, where you can find dilithium. It's mainly used as fuel for the warp core of the space station. That's cool. A space station with a warp core is needed to travel to other planets. Nice. To build a space station, you can reuse the launch pad or build another one. You just need to place the rocket assembling machine with a space station assembler. So can even be small and expanded later when it is in space. Don't form the warp core multi-block on Earth. You need to put a satellite bay and space station ID chip in the space station. Okay, cool. Lots of things. Neat. Okay. There's 4 ores on 4 different planets in the solar system. This is where things is going to get kind of cool, and I'm pretty excited to get into this. So let's do it. Let's get. So I think step 1. So we're going to need advanced rocketry, right? That's where there's going to be a lot of the things coming into play here. So we're going to need the holo projector, right? That's like the very first thing that we need. For that, we're going to need optical sensors from advanced rocketry, which is just some gold plates. I don't know if I've taught it how to make gold plates yet. Hey, look, he did the thing again. I wonder if I could just build a machine that like places and breaks marble over and over again. So gold plate, you have some, but I'm going to teach you how to make it. I'll show you guys how I did this real quick. It's simple. You into here, check and check, and then we go over to here, metal former, gold plates go into the plate machine. Easy, right? So that's cool. So holo projector. Doot. 1, 2. Sweet, we have a holo projector. Nice. This thing's cool. You shift right click, you choose, there's a list of all the machines that are available for you. And for example, if we want to make a lathe, we click it, and now this thing is designed to say lathe. And we can decide which, it tells you a list of items you need. And if we wanted to, we can just right click and it'll show you, let's put it like here maybe. Cool, like that's what a lathe looks like. Cool, if we wanted to see a cutting machine. And you can shift mouse wheel, I think, so that one's only like 1 block tall. But like there's some big ones. Precision assembly machine, I think is pretty big. So that is like, you know, what is that? 3 by 4 by 3. And you can shift mouse wheel to change it to like first level, second level, third level, all levels. Neat, right? And then you can just left click to break, or you can right click and place your blocks in there. So we're gonna need lots of stuff from Rocketry. And I think a big part of what we're gonna wanna do is teach this system how to auto craft some of the things that we need from Rocketry. So let's, there's a lot of things we need. And I'm not familiar enough with the mod to say for sure everything that we need. I know we need a precision assembly machine. So let's look at the different machines that we need to get. So first off, we're gonna need a launch pad, right? Launch pads are pretty easy. Needs concrete from either advanced rocketry or immersive engineering. I think concrete, oh good, we can use slag, clay, water buckets, that's cool. So that should be really easy to make, concrete, because we have a ton of this slag stuff. Like a real ton. So that's cool. We're going to need fuel. Not rocket fuel from Ender.io, even though that would probably be appropriately named. Advanced Rocketry's rocket fuel. These are pressure tanks. There's so many cool things in this mod that I just don't know. Here we go, tank of rocket fuel. Nice, so we're gonna need a chemical reactor to combine hydrogen and oxygen into rocket fuel. To get hydrogen and oxygen, we're gonna need an electrolyzer, which turns water into hydrogen and oxygen. Ta-ha. So all we need is basically water equals rocket fuel. For those, you know, really advanced stuff. Electrolyzer, I guess that's the main thing it makes, yeah. There's also electric arc furnaces that allow us to get, you know, silicon, that's neat. But let's do electrolyzer. So that's going to need all these things. Okay, cool. Now, and basic circuits go into a cutting machine. So we're definitely going to need a cutting machine. And we're going to need a precision assembler. See, all these rocket machines require things. So cutting machine and precision assembler. Let's start with those two, okay? And a crystallizer, apparently, because we're going to need silicon. Cool. Now, can we get these silicon ingots from the existing silicon we have? Or do we have to get silicon? So sand and an electric arc furnace would get us silicon. I don't know that we can turn our existing silicon into the appropriate silicon ingot that we need. It doesn't look like it. Arc furnace can smelt up silicon dust, but there's not a good way to get silicon dust. So I think an electric arc furnace would probably be our first step. Cool. So let's see if that's a multi-block, because I don't even know. I think it is, though. Electric arc furnace, yes. And we can look on here and see all the stuff we need. So we need a power input plug of some kind. So this is like a big multi-block mod. Everything's a multi-block, as you can see. Like, this furnace is pretty huge. Okay. So I'm thinking first step should be to build an area for all our rocketry stuff. And I might build this separate from my main base, but close enough that I can access things like applied logistics and all that goody stuff. I'm just trying to figure out where that would be. So give me a sec, I'll be right back. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is flatten out this terrain. And that should be cool. Just cleaning up this big old mess we have here. Remember this old farm? Yeah, good times, right? Way back in the day. So that's cool. All right, so I've cleared out some terrain here, moved my squeezer and drying basin stuff, flattened out a big area. We may or may not move our sheep farm. Look at all these wool. That is beautiful. I do need to increase my wireless range for sure. Iron. There it is. Let's get a few more shears going in here. You guys do your thing. Yeah, may or may not. Boom. Is that all the dirt I have? No, I got more. I brought a lot of dirt with me. Sweet. So this is a nice wide area that, so my kind of rough plan, I think I should build a lot of the machines first before I build the building so that I can space out the machines how I want them to be, and then we'll build the building around it. Because there's a real lot of multi-blocks, like a real lot. And then we can put a building around it, right? So we'll kind of like start here-ish, and we'll just kind of build dynamically, and whatever comes out, and that'll be cool. So, you know, like we could have, you know, let's see, where's that electric arc furnace? Boom, right? Boop, 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 boop. That'll be like the electric arc furnace, right? And we'll have some other machines going out from there. Now, we'll take a look next episode about how some of these machines work. They all kind of follow the same fundamental rules. But for the most part, there's like you'll see that there's like multiple blocks that can kind of go in any one space, which is kind of neat. So because they're multi-blocks, you can kind of put things almost anywhere in some areas. And some machines, there's different types of blocks that you can place there. So you'll see like there's blocks, you know, replicating between the different types. And that's neat, right? So like power input plug, IC2 plug, or creative power input plug. Obviously the creative one, like, you know, is creative mode only, but you could have it, you know, run on IC2 power, or you can have it run on RF. Neat. So that's cool. I wouldn't mind getting the electric furnace up and running right now. So for this, we're going to need power input plug. So let's teach our system how to make some of these things. Power input plug. So for that, we're going to need a machine structure, which apparently triggers age 11, which is chrome plates and steel rods. Neat, chrome. Haha, that did play a role. Nice, so ruby dust. Let's toss that into here. And I'm assuming what we're going to want to see is chrome turned into a plate, right? So I'm hoping that it's the rolling machine. Cool. It auto outputs chrome plate. Beautiful. Told you this would come to play pretty soon. Metal former, chrome plate, and then steel rod. So steel rods, I should hook that up over here, because this is probably still the most efficient way to make a steel rod. Is there a better way? I believe, so that's 1 becomes 2. The steel rod from Tinker's Construct is 1 becomes 1, so that's not as good. This is a different rod, and then this one is just, you know, that. I thought there was a way. You make what? Steel rod from base metals, immersive engineering, lib volts. Thought there was a way to make this with the cutting machine or the lathe or something, but so I think your best bet for making steel rods is still going to be this machine. So that tells me I should probably run applied energistics over here at some point, and hook it up and teach it, you know, 1 steel equals 2 steel rods. But for now, I want to get the basic stuff set up. So I know we're going to want a power input plug. So machine structure. Let's teach it input plug here. Power input plug. We're going to need this guy to be known. Cool. And then we also need small batteries, which is iron rod, tin plates, and Rostonia crystals. Rostonia crystals, tin plate, iron rod. So there's a few iron rods. Immersive engineering can make it. I think just iron's not something that I care that much about. So now you know about iron rods, right? We'll quickly make these in the this dude. Cool. And then it was the small battery from LibVolps. Nice. So I can teach you how to make a battery. And the reason I'm doing this is all these machines are going to need similar setups. So I want to have a lot of auto crafting around this, right? So we're going to want the input plug. So let's make our battery. We'll make one. And now input plug should be a thing that you can totally know how to make, right? Craft that dude. Teach you that. And I'm gonna need, I am very close to needing another molecular assembler. I think I have an interface. If I don't, I'll make one real quick. Good, that's gonna be a quick, easy setup. So this is the last ME interface that can go around this guy. So we're gonna eventually need to have another molecular assembler with 6 interfaces around it. But that's cool. So now we can have our input plug. Nice. All the things. Cool. So that's the first, but teaching it how to do this is going to be important, right? So then we're going to need 3 blocks of gold, apparently. Yes, block of gold. Times 3. Cool. Input hatch or output hatch, or heat-proof brick times 11 and heat-proof brick times 63. So we're going to need at least 1 input and output hatch. So let's do a stack of heat-proof bricks, and I don't know how many or how to make those. Hopefully it's not too bad. Magma creams and bricks. So that's not bad, actually. And I don't think we need heat-proof bricks for much else, so I'm not going to teach you how to make this. Do you know how to make bricks? You don't. How about clay? You've got some clay. Are you? Yeah. There's probably a machined way to do this, but this shouldn't be too bad. Let's throw you in a smeltery. Let's get some magma cream, and we'll be back in a sec when I've got these. And as a reminder, you can throw dirt in the molecular transformer and get yourself clay, just in case you need more, which I frequently do. So that should be enough heat-proof bricks. Then we're going to need input and output hatches. So I think hatch is a good thing to look up. Input and output hatch. So it's basically a machine structure with a chest is an input, and a machine structure with a chest is an output. Aha. Oh, by the way, I should craft that to trigger age 11, right? So let's get chrome plates times 4. We need more chrome. These guys, remember, I can cook up over here pretty quickly. Nice. Dude, I love that I went with the arc furnace. That was a good call. 100%. Oh, you know what else I want? Probably is my steel plates. I want to trigger age 11. Obviously. That would be cool. So we'll put you in there. We got 4 of you. You make machine structure. And dun 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 dun! Age 11, the space age. Hooray! Everybody's a winner. Trophy room. I know. So let's teach you that how to make hatches. So I need a chest in order to teach the recipe. And then it's as simple as output hatch. Check. Input hatch. Check. Right. So output and input hatches are now known. And the we have another line here that we can put these guys in. So we're going to want one of each of these. So we're going to want an output and an input hatch. Missing 2 chrome. You should be making more chrome for me. Yay. Big to-do list item. Lots more chrome. Like a lot more. Like a real lot more chrome. Because we're going to need a lot of this. And more steel while I'm at it. Which steel is no problem at all for us. That's easy now. So we've got one output. Now we're going to need an input. Start that. That shouldn't be too bad to make. And like I said, I really kind of want to get this up and running before we wrap up the episode. So the last thing we're going to need, besides all this, is the arc furnace itself. So like that's like the the main part of this multi-block. So that's going to require control circuit boards and user interfaces. So let's try and teach it how to make those. So you should know how to make enhanced circuit boards, right? So that is, I'm just gonna teach this off camera, I think. Be right back. So this is not, this is the one thing that I didn't have programmed down here or taught. So we're about to teach it. So you go here, cool. And then we need item conduits. Conduits. And that is green in, brown out. Green in, brown out. Cool, so that should pretty much work. And then we're going to need 4 of you. And what is this? Enhanced. Needs 2 bronze ingots and then the red ones. So I did at some point teach my system how to make bronze, so that's good. And then the red ones. Might be something like this. No, it's this, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Cool. So what I'm going to do is go up here, program this thing in this mode to say you, and 2 bronze. Should yield this. And I'm still putting my redstone ingots in there manually. Sweet. And that goes with these other dudes. Perfect. Cool. Now if we look at our arc furnace, we will need to say how to make that. So we're also going to need to teach it how to make copper dust, and you're going to need an iron plate. So I'm going to teach you that copper turns into copper dust in the sag mill. Cool. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the other guy. Didn't I have it enhanced? I thought I made one of you. Where did you go? There totally should be one of these somewhere. Thought I made one. Is my brain completely derping? Oh wait, no, not you. You. There we go. Cool. Alright, back in a minute when I teach it the other part of this. Alright, so I taught it how to make a user interface and the circuit boards. So I need one of you, which needs all those things, and one of you, which needs all those things. That should have no problem crafting. Nice. Nice. So now I should be able to make my arc furnace. Beautiful. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I have everything I need. So we're gonna go build it. So let's imagine that my wall, or my virtual wall, right, that I'm gonna draw, like let's say this is going to be the outer wall of the building, right? And that might loop out wherever, right? It might run all the way along here. I haven't figured that out yet. And let's pretend like this might be one end of the wall, right? So let's get this arc furnace thing built in a place that makes sense. And I know this episode's running quite long, and that's okay, I'll live. So these are going to be all heat-proof bricks, right? So let's put them all down. As it goes with building multi-blocks, I gotta say I kind of like... This method is cool, don't get me wrong. They did a really nice job. So these can be all heat-proof bricks or the input-output hatches. So pretty much input-output hatches can go wherever. So what I'm going to do is have the input and output hatch be on the same side. So we'll have like, maybe we'll put it on this side. So we'll have input here, output here, and then heat-proof bricks in the rest of the locations. Yeah, if I'm being honest about like the different ways to do multi-block building, I want to say my favorite would be environmental text way. You just get an item and hold right click and it builds it for you. That's kind of cool. But as it relates to, you know, manually building these things, this way is pretty good. It's a really nice method of showing the user how to build it. Immersive engineering is okay. There might be a way to render it. So we need the 3 blocks of gold here, but you're going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then these are your blocks of gold that I need. Nice. Cool. And then heat-proof brick. And then we need the 3 power. Do we need 3 power plugs? I might have miscalculated how many. Yeah, I do need ×3 power plugs. So can I request those from here? Do we have enough stuff for 3 more power plugs? Well, 2 more power plugs. We do. That's awesome. So I'll probably just take a moment to craft, but it shouldn't be too bad. In theory. In theory, power plugs. Come on. You can do it. Yay! You're never 100% sure if your automations worked until you tested them. So this will be a power plug. So the power plugs go on top of the gold. And that should be... Now, where does the actual arc furnace itself go? Hey, look, it worked. Nice. So there's an on-off switch, and we need some power, which we will get power over here. The power has to go into the top, obviously. You know where we could get power? Oh, let's get a capacitor over there for a second. I'm pretty sure I have a capacitor that's full. Yeah, and let's get some sand. And we've got some conduits on us, so that's cool. Nice. So we'll see how hopefully fast this thing is. So you're getting power, 2,000 of 3,000. Output, output. There we go, 3,000 out of 3,000 power. We'll turn you on. And then we just put sand inside the input hatch, and you'll see it used one of them already. And we can see on the UI here, it should be moving. Maybe. And we'll eventually get the output that we need. Cool. All right, definitely wrapping up point. We're way past it. So for now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time. And hopefully, are you using power? You are, but it's a measly 3 RF per tick. What if I did that? I'm assuming that's off, right? Also 3 RF per tick. Silicon boule, silicon ingot, electric arc furnace sand. You can't be that slow, right? Oh, maybe it is that slow. Wow. I'm going to see about speeding that up, because that looks like it's going to take a really long time to make silicon. There has to be a faster way. All right, for now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.